maybe even hitting the airport. Wherever you're going, we got it covered at 4 a.m.
Monday.
Now at 7, a heartless crime on Thanksgiving Day. A 76-year-old woman's home is burglarized. Her dog is killed.
A propane tank explosion in Lancaster triggers mandatory evacuations. The efforts now to contain the fire.
The suspect in the targeted shooting of 2 National Guard members now charged with murder. The latest on the investigation in the deadly attack in D.C. now on the news at 7. Good evening. I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. The charges against the Afghan national accused of shooting 2 members of the National Guard, killing one of them, are being upgraded.
Prosecutors now charging the suspect with first-degree murder for the death of 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom. Sandra Mitchell live in the KTLA News Center with details. Sandra?
Micah, we know that 29-year-old suspect is still hospitalized with gunshot wounds, will face a murder charge. Now prompting President Trump to clamp down on immigrant policy.
The tragic shooting of National Guard members in Washington, D.C. now triggering big changes to U.S. immigration policy.
We have no greater national security priority than ensuring that we have full control over the people that enter and remain in our country. For the most part, we don't want them.
President Trump announcing he will pause all immigration cases from Afghanistan and is increased screening for applicants from 19 countries. The action comes as details emerged about shooting suspect 29-year-old Rana Lakanwal in the U.S. since 2021. He had worked along U.S. troops fighting the Taliban in his home country.
There is confirmation now that the subject had a relationship in Afghanistan with partner forces. We are fully investigating that aspect of his background as well.
Also today, Janine Pirro moving forward with plans to charge the gunman with 6 different crimes, including murder.
You picked the wrong city and the wrong country.
We stand behind them and we support them and we're praying for them.
This stepped-up charge came just after a vigil for 12-year-old Sarah Beckstrom, a guard in Virginia. Beckstrom died at a Washington, D.C. hospital after being shot in Wednesday's terror attack. The governor of that state today says he's been with the grieving families of both Guard members.
They have a love of their state and their country, and they believed in the mission. And so I think a lot of as there's a lot of struggling going on right now.
And the other victim in the attack, 24-year-old Andrew, still in critical condition tonight with a gunshot wound. Live News Center, I'm Sandra Mitchell. Cher and Micah, back.
Thank you, Sandra. President Trump says he's canceling all executive orders signed by AutoPen and anything else that was not directly signed by former President Joe Biden. According to the American Presidency Project, former President Biden signed 162 executive orders during his presidency. Biden previously called Trump's claims, quote, nothing more than a distraction.
The death toll now stands at 128, and many people are still unaccounted for in Hong Kong's deadly high-rise fire. Authorities arrested 8 more people involved in renovating the buildings. Smoke continues to drift out of the buildings from continuing flare-ups days after it started. A vehicle fire spreads to hundreds of propane tanks, sparking several small explosions in Lancaster. I-5 was overhead on North 8th Street earlier this afternoon. The explosion sent shrapnel and flames into adjacent properties. Smoke could be seen for miles. L.A. County Fire propane to burn off for hours, but the fire told out no injuries have been reported. An investigation is underway in Koreatown after an officer-involved shooting around 7 o'clock this morning near 8th Street and Vermont Avenue. The LAPD says callers told them a man was armed with a sharp object. When responding, officers located the suspect. Officers shot him. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition.
Currently, investigation division here trying to figure exactly what happened out here today. None of the officers were injured as a result of this incident, nor any other members, thankfully.
No other details have been released about the suspect.
A heartless crime on Thanksgiving Day. A 76-year-old woman's home is burglarized, the crime ending with her beloved dog dead. The family says the thieves got away with mortgage money and priceless family valuables.
And then, to make matters worse, the victim's dog was later found dead in the street. Lindsay in Covina with reaction from the owner.
Look in my blessing room.
Monica has room still things everywhere after thieves broke glass in this window and ransacked the 70-year-old's home. Got away with valuables, including a wedding ring and thousands of dollars she was planning to use towards her mortgage payment.
This is not good. Not good. I cannot believe it.
Monica and her daughter-in-law, who asked us to disguise her identity, say the burglary happened at the time between 3 and 10:30 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day, while Monica's out of the house with family. In addition to the things taken, Monica's dog Rocky was nowhere to be found. Soon after reporting the crime to police, they were notified that an officer had found Rocky not far away.
We don't know if it's burglars that hit him as they were leaving or if maybe they hurt him as they were leaving. They found my dog on the side of the road. So he wasn't on the road, but on the side of the road with severe head trauma.
Sadly, Rocky didn't survive his injuries.
He's another member of the family.
Now they're hoping and praying the people responsible for so much from this grandmother can be held accountable.
I want justice to be served. And I hope the police find these criminals.
Monica's family has started a GoFundMe to help replace some of the money that was stolen. We have a link to that on our website, KTLA.com. Reporting from Covina, Lindsay Pena, KTLA 5 News.
Now at 7, protesters rally at a local Home Depot claiming the whole improvement store chain is helping ICE and other federal agents undocumented immigrants.
Stop the kidnapping!
This was the scene at Torrance Road Shopping Center today. Federal agents have targeted Home Depot, Lowe's, and other stores and shops for day laborers. The boycott Home Depot Coalition, Union del Barrio, Adesca, and other groups say more than 430 people throughout Southern California have been taken into custody without probable cause.
Home Depot has said they don't know anything about these raids, but at this point, it's not enough. We need Home Depot to denounce the raids that are happening. We need Home Depot to prevent immigration from coming onto their property. We need Home Depot to provide safe spaces for day laborers.
The activists also want Home Depot to compensate those negatively impacted by immigration raids on store premises.
Airbus has issued a major recall for about 6,000 A320 jets after solar radiation was found to corrupt flight control data. The emergency order comes weeks after a JetBlue flight made an emergency landing due to a sudden drop in altitude. Many planes will face brief groundings, some for weeks, and it comes as we're in the midst of the busy Thanksgiving travel weekend. Taking a live look right now at LAX, it's expected to be the busiest in 15 years. Sunday being the busiest day of the period. LAX officials estimate more than 230,000 travelers will be making their way through the airport that day.
All right, here's Vera with a look outside for us tonight. Vera.
Thank you so much. And as you just saw from that LAX camera, onshore flow moving in, and that means the marine layer. And then we have it here along the skyline. In fact, the skyline is starting to get a little bit blurred there in the background because of how thick that marine layer is. So let's go ahead and take a look at those weather headlines for you. The pattern is going to be cool through the weekend. The marine layer will deepen our valleys, including the Santa Clarita Valley, perhaps, but more than likely into the San Fernando and the San Gabriel Valley. We are going to see some mild weather, and we're only going to see minor fluctuations through early part of next week. By the time we get to Wednesday, there is an actual chance that we could see some light showers over the region. With that, we are also going to be looking at the things that come with it, including some periods of gusts. This afternoon, we made it